LiveCanvas version 4.4 is here. Today we're going to install it. We're going to install a child theme. Let's see all the new stuff. But first, I want to show you the latest email I got from the LiveCanvas team. This is announcing LiveCanvas version 4.4, more than a maintenance update. Okay, there's some huge stuff here. There's a new onboarding wizard, which I'm going to show in a second. There's now a LiveCanvas folder for reusable UI kits, various editor enhancements, AI updates with prompt history, that's so helpful, and new dynamic post layout support. If you're not getting these emails, you can get them at livecanvas.com. In the footer, you can sign up. Let's go to the full article for a second. Okay, we're going to be looking at the onboarding, and we're going to select a child theme. I love the new starter content stuff. Even if you're not going to use one of these child themes, just getting them and just seeing how they've set up all the folder structure for sections, blocks, and pages is something you're going to want to check out. Here's that LiveCanvas folder. Within that, there's the blocks, pages, sections. There's a helpful README with some instructions in there. And there's also this great new folder for starter data and theme options. I wish I had this years ago. There's been a few times in my career where I've had a network of sites that are actually all independent, but all related. Think like franchises that are different per city. With starter data and page templates, you'd be able to create everything so much faster. This is 10 out of 10 in my books. I also love creating elements and sections and blocks and stuff within LiveCanvas. And now there's a way to convert your creation into a partial, a section, or a block right from the LiveCanvas editor. And of course, if that wasn't enough, now you can download the plain HTML. This is so handy because anything you create from the back of WordPress is technically stored in the database. But when you can download the HTML, you can move it into the theme so easily. I love this AI prompt history. This is really handy if you're going to do like a series of edits across your site on multiple pages. Okay, let's dive in and set up a child theme on a blank WordPress site. Okay, I'm working out of local WP. I'm on my local host. If I go to plugins, you'll see there's nothing here. So let's add a plugin. I'm gonna hit upload. So I've got my freshly downloaded LiveCanvas zip and I'll activate that. Now I have to activate the license. And now check this out. I can just download and activate Picostrap as my theme. And right off the bat, it's asking me, do I want a child theme? Yes or no. I'm gonna download and activate the LC Gourmet one. And what's happening when I click this button is it's getting the latest copy of the theme from GitHub itself. This is huge. But recently, Picostrap was just moved to GitHub along with the child themes. So here I am looking at all the repos for the LiveCanvas team. There's Gourmet, there's Noir Folio, which I'm going to show in the next video I make. And now it's all right here, just like open source. Amazing. Okay, I'm going to activate LC Gourmet. And yeah, I want the demo content. Confetti, how lovely. Now that's active, before I do anything else, I like to just go in here and delete all my unused themes. I typically just leave the most current of the 2020 themes. So in this case, I'll leave 2025 as is, but I like to run a clean ship and clean it as I go. So here we are. So I've just gone into Appearance and Customize, and you can see that there's like a series of colors that are already set. Of course, I don't know if you've used LiveCanvas very much before, but you could just come in here and change all this. It's just doing the bootstrap thing in the Sass, it compiles it. I'm happy with that, so I'm just gonna hit publish. So now let's just go look at the front end of the site. Here we are, this gourmet restaurant. There's book now. That's a telephone link. Here's explore the menu. I'm just gonna scroll, I'm not gonna click anything yet. Classic menu with images beside it. This all looks lovely. I would buy a coffee here. Oh, little scrolly do. I am zoomed in quite a bit because some people will watch this on mobile. Ah, yes, if I click menu, it does scroll down to that. About goes to a page. Beautiful. And news, there's some placeholders. Perfect. And of course I can click edit with LiveCanvas and it takes me right into the editor we all know and love. If I click add section, and now go into child theme sections, you're going to see there's a whole bunch of like gourmet child theme specific sections that I can click on and add. And that's amazing. We're going to dig more into that into the next video. But wait, you might ask, what are child themes? Child themes allow you to create a theme for a website by just building and extending from a parent theme. You'll have a parent theme on your server, you activate the child theme, and the child theme itself might only have a style sheet, maybe functions.php. So if you'll allow me to be playful, The way this works behind the scenes is a user will come to your website and the web server will say to WordPress, hey, I need the header.php to render this thing. I see you have an active child theme. Hey, child theme, do you have header.php? The child theme would say, no, I don't. No problem. I'll just get it from the parent theme. What about footer.php? Yes, I have one of those. Great. I'll use that. I don't need the parent theme's footer. And so a child theme just extends the parent theme by changing the files that are in it. The one exception would be functions.php, in which the server will do both. For a more precise and accurate depiction of this, check out the WordPress.org developer docs. Now, while we're in this editor view, I want to show a few more of the changes that I've been enjoying. One, there's now a fuzzy search here in the child theme sections. This allows me to just type something like contact and, hero, and it just fuzzy searches to highlight the content areas. My favorite Edit HTML button is up here. It's no longer just in the options menu. We have the Readymade Pages library in there, and that is showing some of the pages that are in this child theme. And now when I go to my AI assistant, I can actually see there's a prompt history down here, right above where the prompt goes. So I'm just going to exit this editor and just go back to the back end. And I can see that when I imported all that sample data, there are a handful of posts. So you can go into these, reverse engineer how they were set up. And in pages, there's a handful of content here as well. You can delete it, create new stuff, remix it, whatever you need. And of course, menus have been set up here under appearance and menus. And then finally, I wanted to show you that under Picostrap options, there are extra utilities to export your theme options and your menus. So theme options would be stuff that's in your customize menu. You'll use these export options when you're creating your own child theme. Simply go into the customizer, change all the colors and fonts, get it just the way you like, export these files, put them in your child theme, and now anybody who imports it will have those settings as their starting point. So I'm back in the editor. I want to show you one other thing I didn't see documented in the release notes. I'm just going to add a section and I'm going to go LiveCanvas library and scroll down to the bottom and I see a GSAP object. So check this out. So I'm going to save this and go to the front end of this page. Now when I scroll down, it's got that GSAP scroll magic. If you're not familiar with GSAP, it's this animation library from JavaScript. And now when you're inserting it into your LiveCanvas, it's inserting the JavaScript there and you can build off of this. It is LiveCanvas, so you always could have put the HTML in there and got to work with this, but I just love that it's there as like one click to get started. So this update is huge. The headline for me is that this is setting up a foundation that we can create ready-made websites really quickly and easily. In the next video, I'm going to be teasing LiveCanvas version 4.5 as I dig into the child theme workflows a little bit more. In the meantime, you might want to check out the news section on livecanvas.com. There have been some interesting updates that have been happening to the tangible dynamic post loop sections. Check it out. Until next time.